Tips with Tony. Tips with Tony. All about nutrition from your favorite dietitian. Everything you need to digest in your mind. Tips with Tony. Tips with Tony. Making you healthier one bite at a time. With Tony. Woo.
Hello and welcome to the Tips with Tony podcast. I'm Tony Marinucci, your registered dietitian, helping you get healthy one bite at a time. I'm super excited for you to hear this very next clip. I was going to come on here and do my own recording all about collagen because a lot of people have been asking me questions about it recently. But then I remembered my good friend, registered dietitian and colleague, Tony Castillo, came into our private Facebook community about, at this point, I think it's been 2 years ago, and did a talk about collagen. And it was so informative that I didn't want to not share it. So since then, the research has emerged a little bit, but it's still inconclusive, as you'll hear the things he talks about. However, there is a lot of anecdotal evidence about collagen helping with hair, skin, and nails. Now, whether that's specifically related to the collagen supplement or potentially just increasing your protein intake, still unclear. However, in this little sneak peek segment situation that I'm about to share with you, you're going to learn how it can be really beneficial for joint health. Now, something that wasn't talked about in here that was part of the question and the Q&A after that was going on in the Facebook group is, can you overdo it? And yeah, if you are a sedentary individual, you can overdo it and it might not be necessary. With any supplementation as well, more is not always better. So anything that you learn from this, always make sure to follow the instructions and stick to your appropriate dose. Now, in this clip, Tony talks about 3 different brands of collagen. He actually does not talk about the Thorne brand, but I actually am a big believer in the Thorne brand. The difference is the ones that he talks about in this little segment they are usually unflavored, whereas the one by Thorne has like a berry flavor and it goes in water. So that's the difference in preference, is if what you want to have it like unflavored and you can kind of put it in your coffee in the morning, or if you're maybe struggling with increasing your water intake and you need something to give your water some flavor, you can take that collagen scoop from Thorne and add to your water, shake it up, and have it 1 hour before a workout. So I'm kind of already sharing what's going to be in this little segment, but I just wanted to kind of wrap that up and also to let you know that I have a special offer for you. If after listening to this episode, you are interested in purchasing the berry flavored collagen to try it out and put in your water, I actually have a discount code for you. So in the show notes, click that link directly, and that specific link will get you 10% off your order. And I think also free shipping in the United States. So I believe it will ship outside of the US, but it wouldn't be free. But I'm pretty sure with my discount code, it gives you 10% off and free shipping. Or it might be free shipping after a certain amount of money spent or something like that. I'm not quite sure, but either way, 10% savings is 10% savings, you know? So make sure you go to the show notes and also make sure that you are following Tony on Instagram, myself on Instagram. And if you're not part of the Facebook group, definitely go to the link in the show notes and join our free Facebook community, because normally I go live. Now more recently, our dietitian Christina has been going live, but occasionally we'll have guests in there as well, like Tony did. So make sure you're part of that community, and that's it. So without further ado, here's all you need to know about collagen. Enjoy.
What is up? Tony Marinucci, how are you? I'm excited to be here. Hey! All right. I'm so excited to be here. I'm beyond happy to be talking to everyone here, especially you. Hey, Tony, I see you're on. We figured out that for some reason we can't do 2 people on the same call. I try to use my phone, Tony, I promise, but I am now on my computer. So, hi, I'm Tony Castillo. I'm a registered dietitian, just like Tony Marinucci. She is amazing. I've been on her podcast. If you haven't, make sure you go listen to our episode. Yes, happy dance, Rebecca. I'm always trying to keep the energy high and always trying to be happy. So So if you haven't listened to that podcast, make sure you go check that podcast out. It was amazing. Hey, Julie. Yes, everyone, when you hop on, let me know what your happy dance song is. Right now, Savage by Megan Thee Stallion is a really big hit. I was just talking to a group of fifth graders about an hour ago, and I put that song on, and they went wild. I don't know what it is about that song. I think it's because it's hot on TikTok. But anyways, I'm not here to talk to you about what's hot on TikTok. Tony brought me on to ask me about collagen, and we're going to talk about green powders. So I actually just got some collagen from a company. So I use two companies when it comes to three companies when it comes to collagen. So the first one is Clean. The second one, I haven't tried this, but I'm going to. It's called Resync. And the third one that's very popular is Vital Proteins. Now, I typically use Clean's collagen. So when it comes to a supplement, the first thing you want to look for is if it's third-party certified. So you see on here this little logo, NSF for sport. Also, this Resync should have it. Uh-oh. They told me they were NSF. I apologize. I don't see it on here, but I'm pretty sure they are NSF for sport certified. So what does that mean? What happens when it's NSF certified mean that what is on the label is in the packet. And what's in the packet has no banned substances. And you're like, Tony, I'm not a professional athlete. I don't care if there's banned substances. Funny enough, I had a client who was taking a supplement and it had a banned substance, and it was actually messing up their hormones. So that's why I don't like to recommend supplements that aren't third-party certified. So NSF for sport is one I use. The other one is Informed Choice. Both of those are .org, I believe. And you can go on there and you can put any supplement that's available. Vital Proteins is NSF for sport certified. So let's talk about collagen, why we should use it. So the big question I always get is like hair, nails, and skin, right? People take it, they say that they have better nails, better hair, better skin. However, collagen comes from protein. So if you just eat enough protein throughout the day, you probably have enough collagen. Now, the research on the hair, nails, and skin is inconclusive, sorry to tell you. But there is a lot of research that shows it helps with our joints, tendons, and ligaments. So if you're someone who does a lot of HIIT workouts or a lot of jumping when they work out, Clean, NSF certified for sport, and Vital Proteins. Yes, both of those, Julie. If you do a lot of like jump ropes, jumping on boxes, if you're doing that kind of workouts, at Orange Theory, you're doing a lot of treadmill work, right? So it's a lot on your joints, and we want to make sure we save those joints for as long as possible. Then collagen could be something you could definitely add. Now, I've seen people do collagen before a workout and collagen after a workout. First things first, you want collagen before a workout. It's been shown to be most effective if you take it 1 hour before a workout. So how much collagen do you need, right? You need about 15 grams of collagen before a workout in order for it to be effective. This brand right here has 15 grams. The other thing I look for when I look for a collagen supplement on this label is I look for vitamin C. Why? Because vitamin C is what helps the collagen bind. So collagen looks like this, little loose matrices, right? Matrices. And what happens is the vitamin C helps bind it together. That's why if you ever heard of scurvy, which pirates used to have, it's bleeding gums. And that's because of a lack of vitamin C. So if they didn't have enough vitamin C, their collagen was loose. So if you don't have vitamin C in your collagen supplement, you're just going to have a lot of loose collagen, and it's not going to help your joints, tendons, ligaments stay stiff. And the same thing with your nails, hairs, and skin, right? So you got to make sure your collagen supplement has some vitamin C in it. So 15 grams 1 hour before, and make sure it has vitamin C in it in order for it to be absorbed, right? That's the important thing when it comes to collagen. And the greens powder, there are a ton out there. And one thing I'm sure Tony always recommends to her clients and everyone on here is if you can get more fruits and vegetables in your diets, you don't need a green powder. You don't even need a multivitamin, right? Like if you get enough fruits and vegetables in a day, then you probably don't need that extra greens powder. Now, if you're someone who absolutely hates fruits and vegetables, then I would recommend taking a greens powder, maybe a scoop a day, but nothing more than that, because we'd rather eat the real food first. And that's our approach to nutrition, that supplements should be supplementing your diet, right? You can't out-supplement a bad diet. You don't know how many people I work with who survive off of like collagens and green powders, and they're like, why is this working? And I'm like, because you're not eating real food. We want to make sure.
had to interrupt this podcast to let you know that my team and I will be hosting a Breaking Through Binging virtual workshop series. We are starting it on Tuesday, March 29th. We will be going live for 3 consecutive days on Zoom. So Tuesday, March 29th, Wednesday, March 30th, and Thursday, March 31st, where we're going to be teaching you how to break through binging. Whether you struggle with binging or emotional eating, or both, this is for you. Thinking about what to eat shouldn't be stressful. Eating shouldn't be stressful. And after eating shouldn't be stressful. People who struggle with binging carrying a lot of guilt and shame with them wherever they go, and we're really looking forward to helping you relieve some of that. This is why we're super excited to host a virtual workshop series, Breaking Through Binging. By the end of this series, you'll be thinking about food differently, eating differently, and even processing your actions differently. Over the 3 days, you'll learn the difference between emotional eating and binging and how to measure progress in both. You'll understand your triggers and the habits and behaviors necessary to develop in order to mitigate those. And you'll gain clarity on what a life without binging looks like and how you can achieve it. Go to the link in the show notes to sign up so that you don't miss this incredible virtual workshop series. And yes, you will get access to the replay if you can't attend live. However, only if you go to the link to sign up. So make sure you go and do that. All right, back to today's episode.
What is the similarity of this intake and a cream? Is there a same functionality or completely different? Great question, Rebecca. So I was featured in a Forbes article which spoke about the different kinds of collagen, and you actually need to ingest it in order for it to work. If you put it on your skin, you're probably not putting it on and then going to sweat, but it doesn't get absorbed in the skin as well. It's best to take it ingested as a powder. Now, when it comes to the powders and the pills, I remember I was at an expo with supplements, and they had this collagen pill, and they had 1 gram of collagen per pill. That means you would need to take 15 grams or 15 pills in order for it to be effective. I don't know about y'all, but I know 15 pills is something I'm not taking unless I need it, right? So that's why a powder is typically what I suggest, because you can mix it. Now, when I used to use Vital Proteins, they used to say that you can mix it in any kind of temperature water. However, I found it the best in warm or hot water, because collagen comes from things like Jell-O. So Jell-O gelatin, right, is a lower absorbed form of collagen. So it typically doesn't dissolve in cold. It gets chunky. So I always tell people to have it in some sort of warm room temperature water. Then you can cool it if you want. You can make it the night before and put it in your fridge. But that way you can have it as a cold temperature beverage. I had something else in my head about collagen. Now it just went away. Oh, collagen. I think someone had a question about it. That's why. It was Tony sent it to me. I'm going to cheat and look at my phone. If you guys give me 1 second. And as I'm doing that, if you guys have any questions on here, please feel free to ask. So yeah, Rebecca, definitely would not suggest the cream if that's what you're looking for in regards to your skin. Here we go. Here we go about collagen. Myth, facts, someone else. Oh, so collagen has different types. So there's collagens 1 through 5. And what you want to look for is a mix of collagen blends, right? So collagen type 1 is what you typically find is what's 90% of the collagen we have in our body. And it's produced naturally. And things that help collagen be produced without you having to take a supplement is strength training, right? So you don't even need to take a supplement. The people I suggest to take supplements, again, are the people that are doing a lot of jumping activities or on treadmills a lot. So those Orange Theory people, or CrossFitters, or endurance athletes, so people that run for long periods of time. Now, we don't want to take it post-workout because it's an incomplete protein. What does that mean? That means you're drinking it. It's not helping with your recovery. That's why it's best to be taken before a workout. Because to make a complete protein, you need 20 essential amino acids. 20 amino acids. 9 are essential, 11 are non-essential. So 11, that means that your body makes it. 9 you need to get from food. And unfortunately, in collagen, there's 1 that's missing. So it's not good to take as a recovery shake. It should be a pre-workout that you're taking, because that's when it's most effective. Now, back to the 5 different types of collagen. So they can come from fish bones, they come from cow bones, they come from pig bones. right? That's where you get the most collagen. It also comes from the skin of these animals as well. So why do we want the different types? Because that means we're getting the most bang for our buck, as they say. Because if you just get it all from one type, imagine just eating only green fruits and vegetables, right? What happens if you don't eat red, orange? Well, you're missing out on some vitamin A, which helps with eyesight. So the same thing happens with collagen. You want to get a mix of the different types of collagen. And you want to get hydrolyzed. So someone asked on here, if it's in the stomach, I have to reopen it. I broke my Face ID, so I can't just face scan. Where was it? It was Casey Smith Gibson. She said it dissolves in the stomach before it actually gets absorbed. So what happens is the hydrolyzed forms, which means it's already broken down, it's actually easier to digest, so it's used even better than it was before. So I actually highly recommend those that are already broken down or hydrolyzed, because if it's actually a complete protein, I want you to think, what's going to be easier to break? Is it one big boulder or a bunch of little pebbles? You're like, well, I could break the big boulder, but you're only going to split it into two. If it's already into little pebbles and you go one big smash, you could probably make a big mess wherever you're smashing, but it's going to make it easier to break down and absorb in your body. Just like carbs, proteins, fats all need to be broken down, this protein is already broken down so you can absorb it in your stomach. So that's the collagen. Just notes, just like Julie said, take 15 grams 1 hour before workout. Make sure it has some sort of vitamin C. And you're probably going to be taking it mostly for your joint and tendon health, so your ligament health, right? If it's hair, nail, and skin, the science at the moment is inconclusive on that. So I can't tell you with 100% certainty if it will help. However, if you notice your hair, nail, and skin get better, then take it. It's not going to hurt. And if it helps you stick to the plan that Tony puts out for you, absolutely do it. All right? Tony, thank you so much for having me. If you guys have any other questions, I will be hanging around in the group. Just put them in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to hop on. And Tony, thank you so much for having me. If you have any more questions, like I said, feel free to reach out to me. And have a wonderful Friday.